reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven sent. With me tonight, I run away.
Hey everyone, Rick from European Motors here. I am so happy. You know exactly what I'm in, because look. Right, wait, nope. There we go. Oh my goodness, look at this right behind me. The GT3 RS. This car, let me tell you, we're going to have lots of fun with this car. I'm going to film a few videos, and I am really excited because sitting in this thing right now, look at this. Look at this roll cage in the back. I want to go through just all the details of the car. What makes this car unique? Is this just a regular 911? Is this what Porsche makes and just marks up the price? Well, this is a very, very, very special car. I mean, you can see it by just looking at it from where I'm at. Look at this. I want to get this shot so that you can feel like you're sitting in the car itself. Look at these holes here. Why? We don't need these buttons. All they do is make more weight for this car, and we don't want that. We want to get this car as light as possible. GT3 RS, look at those gauges. Look at this lovely graphic there with that wing in the back. There's the actual RS wing in that logo. This isn't just a Carrera logo they slapped on here. This is nuts. We're going to take a look at all these wonderful features. First of all, look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel is very small compared to other cars. You have the stripe over here that is used for when you're on the track. You don't want to lose the top of the steering wheel so you know where it is, which direction it's facing. Have your paddles here. I do wish they were a little bit longer, but you don't have to do a lot of throw with the actual wheel to turn. So I guess they don't need to be that longer. And the feel, I don't know if you can hear that. It's pretty good when you're shifting. The feel's okay. I would like it to be a little more solid, but it does work. You have your lights over here. Let me just go through everything. You have your temperature, oil, pressure, you have all of that. You have your speedometer gauge, you have your miles, you have your tachometer. You also have your fuel gauges, pressures, things like that. This is very standard to Porsche. Of course, this handles the Pdk transmission. This is specially made for this car. Now, Pdk is also found in the 911 Carrera. It's found in the 4S cars like that. But the Pdk for this car is especially for this car. A few buttons that I do want to show you down over here. You have hazards, lock, unlock. You have your Pdk Sport. The Pdk, the transmission is so quick when it shifts that this one dumbs it down a little bit. It makes it lazier so that you feel it, so that you actually feel like a shift. It feels like a single clutch when you hit that. Then over here, you have the suspension, make it a little more sporty, a little more aggressive. The electronic stability control off, electronic stability control plus the traction control off. This sound just makes the car louder. It just opens everything up in the exhaust so that you can hear everything. This car is also having a front lift. It has a front lift involved, which literally is a lifesaver. Every car needs that. Then you have your pit speed. This is truly a race car. You take it on the track, you can't overspeed in the pit lane, and you press this and it won't let you no matter how hard you press the gas. You have your fire extinguisher. This car comes with the 5-point race harness. You can see they're attached in the back to the roll cage. The roll cage also comes standard with the car. I mean, this isn't an aftermarket thing. If those seats look familiar, these are 918 seats. This is incredible. You have the 5-point harness here, 2 on the sides, 1 in the center over here, and of course 2 in the back, but by federal law, it also has to have a standard seat belt over here. If you look back here, the rear seats are removed. They're gone. They're not here. Why? Well, we don't need them. Save on the weight. You can see that huge rear wing. Look at that thing. Most people don't think it's stock, but it is. It's 100% stock. Comes from the factory. Very, very cool. Alcantara to your heart's content. This is Alcantara heaven. There's Alcantara here. There's Alcantara on the side. You have leather stitching. You have carbon fiber. These, of course, are here to help reduce weight. So the door handles, that's how you open it. Down here you have a handle to close. This is, of course, sturdy. This is not as sturdy. This is just to open it yourself. You have your mirror controls over here. Let me just get in closer. You have your mirror controls, of course, as in a normal Porsche on a normal car, and you have your windows up and down. And the key, I have to show you this key. This is the coolest key matched to the car, of course. You have unlock, you have lock, you have your front trunk open, and yeah. All right, so let me start her up. This is, again, the key, nice and purple. So you put the key right in there, turn it. There we go. Car is on. Look at that. Oh man, that is lovely. This is one of the only cars without that. It doesn't have the front emblem. It has a decal. And so we're gonna lower the car just like that, and it will lower. Front vehicle's being lowered. Front end is lowered. That's how fast it is. It is super quick to get that thing lowered. Also, a couple other things that I want to show you. If we look over here, this shows the G-forces, so how much, it won't show right now, but as we're driving, it'll tell me how many G-forces are we pulling laterally, which is really cool. And we cycled through, it shows performance in RPM, so this is great for the track, because you can visually see how much, so that you don't over rev the car. Vehicle, you have your temperatures, you have your pressures, you have your audio, of course, no telephone connected, which is really cool. You have your GPS as well, last destination. Then you have your ride times, your distance, fuel consumption, all the trip computer stuff. You have your pressures for your tires, a little bit different there, but that's okay because we've been sitting and moving around and stuff, so they change depending on heat. You have your chrono, which is great for the track. Plus you have your nice little watch. Couple other things over here. We have our glove box, of course, covered in Alcantara. We have the books which have all the information, as well as over here. This is pretty common in Porsche. So what you do, push in the top, this pops open, and you get your cup holder. A little flimsy, not my favorite thing. I wouldn't really use it. I guess it's there for an emergency. However, what's really cool is that you can close a flap and leave this out, which is really cool. You can do it for both. In fact, you can go over here, open this up, and then close the flap. So that's pretty cool. Again, it's in the GT3 RS. Who would drink their coffee in this car? I have no idea, but it's there in case you want it. Oh, so I'm sure you're all dying to know how to use the 5-point safety belt harness. So this is stock with the car. This isn't like an addition that the owner of the car did. So let me show you how that works. You have here the bottom portion. These are basically two straps connected to the center lock here. You have an open, and this is how you open it. Okay, so you hook up, for me this is my right, for me this is my left, then I do my left strap. Now notice how the straps back here are attached to the roll bar itself, because of course that is the main structure of the car. Okay, so once you got these three on the bottom, then you get your straps. Make sure obviously they're going over your shoulders. Put it up like this, and the fifth one, there we go. So I am locked in. The thing is, there's no play on this, so it's obviously gonna hold you tight. You can make these tighter, you can make them looser. I'm a tall guy, but I'm also pretty thin, and so it depends. There's certain people that really can't fit. Like if you're too big, the straps are a little bit hard. I'm sure there are additions you can make, but this is how it is, and so this is what holds you in. There's also a safety belt that you don't need to put on, but on federal regulations, this has to be in the car. And so, I mean, you can technically do this, which looks dumb, but what happens is your seatbelt light won't go off until this is in. So it's up to you. You can use the harness and then just deal with your light, or you can put this on without the harness and then have your light off, or you can do both. It's up to you. If you want to do nerdy, which is like me, you just do